So as the latest news of Bradley Dack's injury filters through to Ewood Park, preparations switch to this weekend and the visit of Preston North End. We've got that match coming up and we'll talk about that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another match preview, this time bigging it up against Preston North End and Ewood Park, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers and related championship-related world football related all here. Underwaruski, that's right. So, Preston out of form, Rovers out of form. What could be more sweeter than a bit of a derby? That's right. So let's take a look at the match in a bit more detail, shall we? Match does take place right here, of course, at the promised land. That is Ewood Park. Preston North End are the visitors. We've already duked it out before at their place. We didn't win. This match does take place on the 11th of January, and manager of Preston North End is still Alex Neil. The danger man for me is the next Rover himself, Paul Gallagher. They're doing okay so far. Preston, obviously, they topped the table earlier in the campaign, but they're now drifting off a little bit. But last time out, they did finish 14th in the championship. They're looking to do better than that, maybe even get themselves into playoff reckoning. The Rovers record, they played each other 104 times, including that game at Deepdale. 44 wins for North End, 29 draws, 31 wins for Rovers. It's been a while since we've actually beaten North End. The last matches, obviously, they did the double over us last time out, and they're looking to do the double over us this time around as well. This season, obviously, we played on the 26th of October, lost that one, and 11th of Jan is this one. So get this one out of the way, and let's get rid of these punks. The starting 11s for me, I'm going with a 4-4-2 for Rovers. One between the sticks, Downing at left back. I think we played our best football in recent months with Downing at left back, Lenihan, Adarabioyo and Nyambe, if available, to make up a back four. No Bennett, no Williams. Get those experienced heads on the bench if we need to kind of close out the game towards the back end of it. Going to go with Armstrong on the left as well in a four-man midfield. Holtby on the right again, if available. If not, maybe Rothwell, I don't know. And then Johnson and Travis in midfield with Gallagher and the experienced head of DG. And it's the experienced strikers of both teams that could cause all the problems. As for Preston, I'm going to go with right between sticks, Hughes, Davis, Bauer and Fisher. The danger man for me, there he is, Gallagher. So there'll be two Gallaghers on the pitch, and Pearson as well. Brown, Maguire, Barkhusen and Nugent, if they're all fit and available, which we don't know yet, so we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, these are the last time at least both of these two sides did play was in the FA Cup. I think both of us lost as well. We, despite dominating the game against Birmingham, came out crashing. I didn't cover that game. Obviously, needed a bit of a breather. I was actually on the road when that game took place. Here's the stats for you. It's not good reading for Rovers. Our top goal scorer is Bradley Dack with 10 goals, but he is out for at least 9 months. That's the best case scenario. 12 months. Is the worst case scenario, and it could probably even extend it a little bit. The next best goal scorer is Armstrong with 7. He's getting there. He's getting there. 3 more goals, and he's in double digits. Dan's got 3, and Graham has 3 as well. We need another goal scorer. As you can see from Preston's stats, they've got a whole bunch of players above 5 goals. We are relying on Armstrong right now. As for the discipline, Bennett has 6 yellows. Lennon also has 6. Cunningham has 4, and Williams has 4 as well. And the only red card is Daccarino, and he is out again. Top goal scorers for Preston. Johnson leads away with 8. Barkhusen has 7, including one against Rovers. Harrop as well, 6 goals, and Gallagher has 5. Fisher dominates the yellow cards with 10. Pearson has 7. Stockley got 3. Brown has 3 as well. Rafferty's also got the one and only red card. Anyway, let's move forward. Let's take a look at the characteristics now for both of these sides. Both sides very, very dodgy form, and we'll look at that in just a second. But the strengths for Rovers, creating long shot opportunities and defending set pieces. Our weaknesses are avoiding the offside trap and protecting a lead. Our style of play is attacking through the middle, rotating the first 11, and pretty non-aggressive. As for Preston's strengths, shooting from direct free kicks, attacking set pieces, and aerial duels. Their weaknesses, defending set pieces, defending against through ball attacks. Their style of play is controlling the game in the opposition's half, attacking down the right-hand side with long balls, playing with width, and also mixing it up with their first 11 as well. They are the last 5 results for both sides here. Rovers on the left, losing to Birmingham, Forest and Huddersfield. So 3 defeats on the spin for Rovers, 2 draws along the way, drawing to Birmingham and Wigan at Deepdale. Same, pretty much identical records for Preston here. It's obviously losing to Norwich in the Cup, also to Borough at Deepdale and Reading as well, before picking up 2 crucial, decent away points against Leeds and Cardiff. So both sides heading into the past 5 games, 2 points at the past 4 league games. So it's not really playoff form, but for both sides, even though I think Preston were further up the field than we were. As for the next 5, obviously Wednesday, Sheffield Wednesday, next time out, next Saturday at Hillsborough. Then we take on Middlesbrough at their place, the revamped Middlesbrough. They're on the rise now, 1st of February. Then it's back-to-back home games against Fulham and Hull City in a busy week there, 3-match week. And then we take on Charlton at the Valley on the 15th of Feb. As for Preston, they take on Charlton next Saturday as well. Then they take on Swansea at Deepdale before taking on Wigan in a bit of a crunch clash as well. Stoke away from home and wrapping up the 5-game stretch up against Millwall at Deepdale. Let's take a look at the last 5 home and away for both sides here. When I say both sides, the last 6 games for Rovers at Ewood. 4 wins and 2 draws. Obviously, the 2 draws are I guess, post-Daccarino. Losing Dack midway through the game against Wigan and then also drawing against Birmingham, who I've just sick of the back teeth for seeing, obviously, playing them 3 times already, and two of those in the space of the past 10 days or so. So sick to the back teeth of seeing them. But yeah, unbeaten run at home, which could be the difference maker between the 2 sides. But we'll have to wait and see. As for Preston, they come into this, though, without a win away from home in 5. The last victory was against Charlton down at the Valley, losing to Derby, Hull, QPR, Cardiff and Leeds, only scoring 2 goals in the process in the last 6 games. We're not doing much better when you consider our home form, only scoring, 3, 6, 8 goals, but realistically, the last 4 scoring 3 goals as well. So the goals might be few and far between 2 sides. But anyway, look at the last 6 between 2 sides. Obviously, it's not good. It's not pretty reading for Rovers. This is an all grounds. Obviously, earlier in the campaign, it was a 3-2 win, despite going 2-0 up. We thought it was home and dry, didn't we, boys? But no. After half-time, 2 quick goals by Preston, Barkhuizen and Johnson from the penalty spot. Barkhuizen wrapped it up with a brace as well. Last season, it was a 1-0 win at Ewood. 8th minute, Johnson on the score sheet. Darnell Fisher get himself sent off as well. The back end of that. Also, we lost 4-1 at their place as well. The season before that, or prior to that, was a 2-2 draw at Ewood. That's the last time we actually got away with a point against North End. That was a 2-2 draw back in the day. Yeah, so it's just not good reading. Johnson likes to score against Rovers. He's got 1, 2... 3 goals. Barkhuizen's got 3 as well. So those 2 you got to keep an eye out. As for Danny Graham, he scored 1, 2, 3 goals against North End. Anyway, let's take a look at the last 4 games at Ewood Park. Again, it's not really, it's dominated by Preston as well. We've got to go back to 2001 for our last victory against them, probably, period. So it's like 19 years, give or take. In fact, it'll be 19 years, close to the day, look, since we last beat them. Maybe that's an omen, with Matt Jansen and Sparky Hughes getting on the score sheet. And 3-2 victory against Preston. So after that, it's been 2 defeats and a draw as well. Kicking off forward, let's take a look at that form table. Look at that. Reading lead the way out in the Championship with 14 points out of the last 18. Brentford second. Millwall up there as well. And Middlesbrough doing bits. As for Rovers, we're down in 19th. Preston are down in 13th. 2 points separate the 2 sides within the last 6 games. It's not good for Rovers. We were once flying high as one of the form teams in the division. And now we are struggling at the bottom. Look at Birmingham. Look at them. I'm just sick to the back teeth of Birmingham at the moment. Really are. As for the last 6 home games, Rovers are still flying high. 3rd best home form at the moment, but back-to-back draws doesn't hold well. We need to get another win on the board to keep that flying high. Preston down 15th at Deepdale, but that's not what we're really worried about. What we're really worried about is their away form. So let's take a look at that. The last 6 games away from home, Preston sit actually 19th at the moment. Like I said, just 1 win out of the past 6. Rovers away form is 13th. Not too bad, but really, we need a win, and we need a win fast. There are some transfer rumours going around about Rovers linking up with a whole host of players. Actually, quite a pretty active transfer rumours going on around the moment. Scott McKenna from Aberdeen, highly unlikely. A German midfielder on a possible loan to fill the void for Daccarino for the next 6 months or so. But yeah, we're clutching at straws. There was a guy from Oxford, Godin. It's a Spanish midfielder, but not really the type of player that would fill that void. Let's take a look at some of the stats and figures now for you. Blackburn Rovers have scored how they've scored their goals. 21 of them have come through open play, 7 from set pieces, 3 penalties and 3 OGs. As for goals conceded, they've conceded 22 through open play, 5 from set pieces, 5 from penalties, 1 counter-attack and 1 OG. As for their positional stats, the majority of their shots coming through the middle, 69% of that happening, 69% of all shots coming through the middle, 60% of those those are within the 18-yard box as well. Shots received, 61% through the middle and 51% within the 18-yard box. As for their touches, they like to go down the right-hand side, preferably 39% of all action coming down the right-hand side. So preferably get Nyambi in the field, and maybe we'll see more of that. And also 30% of all action happens in the middle third, or the opposition's third. As for North End, they've scored 18 of their goals through open play, 8 through set pieces, 8 through penalties, and 2 from counter-attacks. No OGs so far. Goals against, 19 through open play, 8 from set pieces, 4 penalties, and 1 OG as well. Let's take a look at the positional stats for North End. 72% of all their shots coming through the middle, 59% within the 18-yard box. As for shots received, 69% through the middle, 49% within the 18-yard box. Their touches, 36% comes on the left-hand side, 41 on the right, 24 down the middle, and 41% of all touches happen in the middle third. Let's have a look at the key teams out in the Championship as it stands as we head back into league football from the old FA Cup business. Leeds still lead the way with possession on average, 59.7% possession. Fulham second as well, just shy, 0.1% below. Brentford, West Brom and QPR make up the top 5. As for the most aggressive, Barnsley lead the way. It's a stat you don't want to see, really. 63 yellows and 1 red. Charlton, Wigan, Middlesbrough and Huddersfield make up the top 5. Aerial duels, West Brom are in command of that division as well, with 55.6% on all aerial duels won. Birmingham, Millwall, Brentford and Cardiff make up the top 5. Shots per game, 16.1 shots on average by Leeds per game. Barnsley and Brentford are in second, Fulham third, Sheffield Wednesday are 5th. Pass accuracy, Fulham still dominate that. I think they've dominated that from the get-go, and they'll do it. They'll keep on going. 85.1% average pass accuracy. West Brom, Leeds, Brentford and Swansea make up the top 5. As for what else is going to go on this weekend at the Championship, well, it's a slam-packed schedule as always. Bookended with Brentford, opening up against QPR, bit of a derby that one. Luton Town up against Birmingham, 2 teams desperate for a win. Barnsley up against Huddersfield. Barnsley look decent at the moment, trying to string some results together. Stoke against Millwall flying high. Preston against head to Ewood for Blackburn. Obviously, it's the game of the weekend. Wigan against Bristol City. Again, 2 teams needing results. Charlton against West Brom. West Brom obviously trying to keep up the pace at the top of the table. Hull City against Fulham. Leeds United up against Sheffield Wednesday. That should be a belter. Reading against Forest as well. Reading are on form. Forest are doing okay. Middlesbrough also a form team up against Wayne Rooney's derby. And then ending with Cardiff City against Swansea City. It's the Welsh derby out in the Championship. This is what the table looks like as it stands. Leeds leading the way. West Brom are in second. Brentford, Forest, Fulham and Swansea make up the top 6. Millwall just outside. Sheffield Wednesday, Hull City and Preston up the top 10. Rovers are in 13th, a win away from 8th. It's ominous though, really, to think that we could get ourselves back into it. Because we're devout of our main man, our talisman, our creator, our goal scorer. It's the heart's been ripped out. If you could say, if you were to take out like an Armstrong or even a Travis, perhaps, or maybe even a Lenihan, I think we would be able to maybe tread water. But I think the goals are gone, the creativity's gone, the belief is kind of gone. We're there for the taking at the moment. I don't know when our next win's coming into town. If we can get one against North End, then maybe we'll instill some belief that we can get something. But right now, Gallagher's devout of confidence. Brereton's just looks a little bit, lost at the moment. Armstrong is scoring, but I'm not a believer in him just yet. I know he can score, but it's not prolific enough. They're not prolific enough putting the ball in the back of the net. And I think I was always more confident with Dack getting a goal. And now as well, when you want to include Graham, the link-up play between Dack and Graham is gone as well. It's just a little bit concerning. As for the rest of the table, Luton are bottom, Barnsley 23rd, and Wigan are in 22nd spot at the moment. So those 3 teams going down. It is pretty tight. It is very, very tight. So, yeah, a win for us, though, could shoot us up to as high as 8th. A win for Preston could shoot them back into the playoffs. And then they'll all be forgiven. Here is the top goal scorers out in the Championship. Mitrovic still leads the way. 18 goals. Watkins has 17. Bowen has 16. Graben, Fletcher, Grant, Wells, Bamford, Eze, and Mbeo for Brentford make up the top 10. As for the key assist makers, Pereira and Eliasson have got 10 to the name. Mowat, Wallace, and Swift have 7. And that, my friends, is what we call business. So yeah, big weekend for Rovers here in the Championship. A win is needed, big time. If we can get back to winning ways, we might be able to get a mini run together. But ultimately, I think we're in a bit of bother. And I think Preston is the opposition you do really want to face, despite the fact that their form is not as good as is as good as ours. It's that rivalry. They've got the hoodoo above us at the moment. We haven't won since 2001. It looks like. We're devout of goals, devout of belief, devout of creativity, devout of a lot of stuff. It's not there. It's not there. So we need to find something. To kickstart our season, kickstart 2020. Obviously started with a defeat against Forest and also a shit result against Birmingham, despite looking like we were going to hold out. And again, go back to that. We did lose that game against 10 men as well. So it's not good, but folks, that's what's in store for us. Preston next. Hopefully we can pick up a point or something, or get us moving in the right direction. Because the longer it goes without a win, the more trouble that I think we're going to get ourselves in. And my worries or my expectations for the transfer window is it could be a bit of a bust. I'm looking for a new goalkeeper. I'm looking for some defensive reinforcements. And right now, a creative midfielder / someone who could put the ball in the back of the net, but. Where's all the money going to come from? Where's it all going to come from? Anyway, folks, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. If you're new, smash the subscribe. Back a little bit later on during the week with some other stuff. If you want to catch some FIFA, that's on a daily basis. Plus other stuff. So make sure you check it out. Until then, I'm out of here. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.